everybody. I hope everybody is doing good and enjoying summer. Nice and warm out there, right? We're going to do a grilled shrimp pizza with some shrimp, some feta cheese, some tomatoes. We're going to put the dough on the grill. I'm going to show you the dough first. You can make your own or you could buy store-bought. Okay, go to your local pizza shop. Okay, so this is very cold dough. Okay, that was made earlier. I actually want to let this come to room temperature, and I'm going to give it about a half hour just to kind of soften up, because then you're able to spread it nice and evenly. If you work with cold dough, it's going to be like a rubber band, just keeps coming back and it's hard to work with. So always take it out about a half hour beforehand. So while this is resting, I'm going to prepare my shrimp, my tomatoes. The tomatoes I just want to have. You can use the cherry tomatoes or the grape tomatoes. And these are going to go right on top of the pizza at the very end. But you always want to take care of your prepping ahead of time. Okay, while things are waiting, like the pizza dough. Okay. While I'm cutting this, I'm going to be using some shrimp. I'm using some, they're medium to almost large. So if they're a little too large, split them right down the middle, or you can cut them in half. But remember, you're doing a pizza, so you want it to be nice and form-fitting for your mouth to enjoy how to eat it. Okay, this is about 1 cup right here. We'll leave these on the side. I'm going to take my shrimp. They are already peeled. They are already deveined. I want to take those tails off. Again, these are a little bit larger than I want for the pizza, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take it and go right down the middle, and it will actually take less time then to cook on the grill. So always check on that. You just want them to be nice and pink. Okay, I'm using about 3/4 of a pound for 1 pizza dough. So if you buy a 1 pound package, just take a couple out. If you put a few more shrimp on your pizza, it will be totally fine. Okay, but you can always make a few shrimp cocktail with it as well. The best tasting shrimp are in between the size 15 to a pound and 30 to a pound. And our last shrimp. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take some red onion. I can use the same cutting board because I am going right into grilling them soon, and they're going to get cooked together. Normally you would always do shrimp or chicken on separate cutting boards. So we're just going to peel this red onion. Always kind of feel it when you buy it at the market that it's nice and firm all the way around. So I'm going to slice this, take the ends off, slice it into some rounds, and then I'm going to toss it in with the shrimp. Soon we're going to have to fire the grill. When you are cooking the shrimp or the pizza dough, always keep an eye on it. Stay with it. Don't go inside the house. Stay with it because you don't want to lose the pizza dough or the shrimp. Okay, so I'm going to cut this into thin rings, just like this. I'm going to add it in with the shrimp, and in a little while we are going to grill this together. And this little end part here, just make sure that comes out. Okay. We're going to toss this in here. Now I want to get rid of this cutting board because I don't want to use this with anything else. Okay, so we are just going to take some extra virgin olive oil, about 1/4 of a cup, and toss this in here. Get all the shrimp, the olive oil, the red onion all mixed together. A little bit of kosher salt, just a little bit. and about a half a teaspoon of oregano. The dried oregano is fine. Let's toss this up really good, and then this will be ready to go on the grill. Make sure you keep this nice and cold until you are ready to grill it. The shrimp are very perishable, so you want them to last. The other thing we can do while we're waiting for this dough is at the very end we are going to need to cut up some Italian parsley. So I will have that ready just to sprinkle on at the very end. It's going to give this a nice rough chop. And just turn it like this. And then just leave this right on the side. If you wanted to add a little bit of garlic in with the shrimp, that would be fine too. So let's just turn our grill on to medium high. And then we're going to go in and work the dough. Let that get nice and hot. Let's make sure our grill is nice and clean. Always get these bars really good. That way you don't get any of those little burnt particles onto your pizza. Now we can work with our dough. So I want to take a little bit of flour. Let's just dust this cutting board right here like that. You don't want too much, but just enough that you can work the dough. This is room temperature, so I can really feel that this is going to stretch nicely. And you just want to take the dough, see how it's kind of pushing out? Okay, not coming back in. That's exactly what you want. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to make it into an 8 by 10 rectangle. Okay, if you want to do round, round is fine too. Okay. Whoop. Okay, so take that dough just like that. Just kind of press it out, give it a little bit of a border. Again, if you're not making your own pizza dough, go to a place that you really enjoy your pizza so the dough is really good, really fresh. Again, bringing this to room temperature is really, really important. Okay, I am just going to drizzle just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on here. And now I'm just going to rub that right into the dough. Just going to season it with just a little bit of kosher salt and black pepper. Just give it just a little bit. So I'm just going to flip this pizza dough over. Beautiful. If you don't have the gloves like I do, you can always just put a little of the olive oil on it and then just take a brush and just kind of brush it on like this. When we go right to the grill, we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil on the grill bars, and that way it will not stick to the grill. We're just going to give this about 3 minutes. We're not going to fully cook it through yet. We're just going to get it to where it's nice and bubbly, and then we will start grilling our shrimp. So let's bring this outside. I'm just putting a little bit of oil right on my brush. Just kind of hit the grill just like this. And now we're going to slide the pizza dough right on top. Stay with it. It's only going to take about 3 minutes. We're going to get it nice and bubbly. And just have a pair of tongs ready. Okay, I'm just going to leave that open just like that. And you're going to start seeing it start to get a little bubbles to it, and then you'll know to take it off. The dough will still be raw because we still need to cook it some more. Actually, since I'm here, I can keep it down. Okay. So this has been on about 2.5 minutes. We can see our bubbles here. Okay, just kind of pop those. If you take a look underneath, you could see you don't want it to get really much more brown than that. So that's why you do want to stay with the grill. So I'm just going to leave this for about 10 more seconds. And then we are going to cook our shrimp and tomatoes, and not tomatoes, with onions. Okay, let's take this right off. Again, have a pair of tongs with you, okay, that you could slide this right onto the cutting board or whatever you may be using. And now we're going to put the shrimp on. If you have something that you could put on the grill just like this so nothing falls through, that will help. Okay, this should not fall through, but it protects it. I'm just going to just make sure you spread this out really good. I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes, but I do want to turn them. I don't want to get them too charred. Make sure those shrimp are really kind of flat on the grill here. Perfect, just like that. About 2.5 minutes, we'll come back. We'll turn the shrimp, and then 5 minutes it'll be done, and then we put it on top of our pizza. Okay, let's see how our shrimp and onions are doing. Let's just flip these over. Shrimp are halfway cooked. You're just trying to soften up the onions. And in just about 2.5 minutes, these will be done. Let's just check on our shrimp and onions. These look perfect. Right on top of some pizza dough. And then we're going to finish it off with some tomatoes and some feta cheese. It's going to be good. So always get something just like this. Leave your grill on because you're going to finish the pizza on the grill. Put this right over a pan just like this. And let's go put this right on top of that pizza. So we have our pizza dough that is partially cooked. So we have a nice brown grill marks on here, but not crisp, okay? So we're still going to be able to put this on the grill. Let's take our shrimp and onion mixture and just kind of spread it throughout the pizza dough. This makes for a really nice presentation. Perfect for a summer barbecue, something a little bit different. Just like that. Make sure it's spread out nice and evenly. If you like more onions of that, please put more onions. If you want more shrimp, put more shrimp on it. Just like that. Okay, now we are going to top it with our halved grape tomatoes. Just kind of evenly put them around, just like that. And they're going to cook a little bit on the grill. If you don't like feta cheese, goat cheese, mozzarella cheese, you could switch it around to whatever you like. It's like that. Make it really colorful. Okay, now let's crumble some feta cheese right on top. And then when this goes on the grill, it's just going to melt right into the pizza dough and right into the shrimp, the tomatoes. And we'll finish it off with a little bit of parsley. If you are afraid that you are going to burn the bottom of the pizza because it is starting to get dark, you could always finish it in an oven and finish it for probably about 10 minutes on parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. Okay, so it's really up to you, but keep your eye on it. Don't want it to get too much darker. Okay, but as you can see, my finger really soft still. Okay, let's throw this back on the grill. Be careful with it. Probably the best thing to do would be to slide it right on this pan right over here. And even if you wanted to cook it right on this pan, you would protect it from getting too dark. But you got to make sure this dough gets cooked all the way through. Let's put this on the grill. Okay, this is beautiful. Let's get this right on the grill. I think I am going to protect this, and I'm going to put this pan right on here. I have it on medium high. Let's check it in 5 minutes and see how it looks. Okay, so let's check our pizza. Let's check the bottom. This is as much as you want it to get, that dark, okay? And again, if you feel like you need to put it in the oven to finish off, do that, okay? So let's bring this in and start serving it. Just let the pizza sit for a couple minutes. Finish it off with a little bit of fresh Italian parsley. Another good topping for this could be a little bit of that balsamic glaze on top of it. That would go really good with the feta cheese and the tomatoes. Okay. Just like this, and you have a really good dinner. Enjoy, everybody.